everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right. So recently there's been questions about where is Doria? No one's seen Doria. So I thought we'd just take a look at her energies and see what's going on with her right now. Got my Oracle deck here, and we're going to use that as some tarot and see if we can figure out what's going on with her. Some believe she got into a fight with Meghan, with the falling out. Or who knows? So let's see. What is she feeling? We gotta look at feeling. What's she feeling? You're thinking about, and what's she doing? So emotionally, mentally, and in her actions. Let's see here. Doria, what's she feeling? How's she feeling? What is she focused on, working on? And what's she doing? All right. So first card I get, Union of Love. Embrace the beloved with your heart. So this is what she's feeling. She's doing something she loves, doing something for a loved one, loves what she's doing. So that's how she's feeling. What's she thinking about? Speaking out, communicate and solve the conflicts. Whoa, communicate and solve the conflicts. My first thoughts are that could be with Megalodon. And or it could also deal with, and I apologize, but my camera is really acting up today. Some days are worse than others. It's like the forces that don't want these readings. What you see is a woman with a mask. So I kind of see it looks like she's wearing a mask like Megalodon. I think she's sitting at her witchery table there. But also, I think of the Sussex Squad and whatnot. I think Doria may be involved with that. Whatever the conflicts are, it looks like she's speaking out to people, reaching people, communicating with people, and or her daughter. And so that's what she's thinking about, trying to solve these conflicts, these issues here. So what actions is she taking? Surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender. So she's just going with the flow and giving in to the forces around her. And, she's not fighting back, in other words. Against, if she's fighting with Meghan, she's not going to do or say anything, which is, of course, what we expect and what we know about her. She's never spoken out. She's never done anything publicly to appear to be at odds or in conflict, even if she is. And we know with Megalodon, there's going to be conflict. Oh my goodness. The camera is just being ridiculous today. I apologize. Give me 1 second to reboot it. I'm going to throw some clarification cards on this and get this settled. Here we go. All right, hopefully this stays. So union of love here, embracing beloved within your hearts. That's how she's feeling. So she's trying to embrace something or is embracing someone she loves or something she loves. And it seems like from what we know about her, she loves most is money. But I also kind of get with this card, there's a tunnel with a light at the end, which gives a sort of mystical sort of doing what she loves. Could be spell work or something of that nature, doing something with spiritual forces. You kind of see the red is blood or something, sacrificing some chickens. I don't know. Oh, let's see. What is that about? What is the union she's experiencing? What is she embracing? Two of air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there's no problem. So she's butting heads with someone, and she's trying to pretend like there's nothing wrong. Everything is just great. Me and Flower, me and Flower are just great. Flower's team or whoever she's working with. Unity, again, the idea of being together with someone. Traditional viewpoints, methods, spiritual organizations, satanic organizations, seeking out mentors and like-minded friends. So she's with someone or some group, and it could be a spiritual group, a satanic group. It could be her agape church. Queen of Earth, that would be Doria. Making time for those around you, sensible approach, dealing with challenges, a kind of understanding manner. So, yeah, she's quite happy. She's pursuing her own passion here with a group or with someone else. And with the King of Earth, now that could be Harry, that could be a pastor, it could be a friend. Successful time, confident, accept opportunities when they're offered, and the Midas touch. So I do think that she is maybe, this is emotional segment of the reading. So she's doing something to keep herself stable. She could be spending time with a man, a relationship, or this could be with the unity and with the pursuing what she loves. But I also see this as possibly, working with a voodoo doctor or voodoo priestess or something of that nature to benefit herself financially. It gets more stability for her and her daughter, who are obviously having issues all around. So I do see her emotionally, trying to connect herself or working on building trust in a relationship with someone, particularly as King of Earth. Now, of course, that could be Harry as well. She may be being a motherly figure to Harry. Apparently, Harry is stuck on that. So she could be doing that, trying to become closer to him, work with him, trying to influence him in ways that Meghan cannot. So that might be why she's more quiet now, because of course Harry hates any press. So her staying out of the press would be something that Harry would trust her more, possibly. So that's emotionally. Speaking out, communicating, and solving conflicts. So I kind of get the vibe that she is trying to solve a conflict between Meghan and Harry. That's the vibe I'm getting here so far. Trying to keep them together. She's working on Harry. And I think this is probably Harry and Meghan who are the main butting heads right now. And Doria is coming in with her love bombing here. Say, oh, come on, you two love each other. You love her and she loves you, and you're a perfect couple. You can't separate. Imagine what that would do to race relations. They think they're so important. And if they divorce, it would harm race relations around the world or something. And of course, that would also mean the royal family won. So she's using her love bombing skills. Okay, I'm seeing it clearly now. She's trying to be bringing Harry and Meghan together, trying to keep them. And I apologize about this camera. I don't know why it's acting up so much today. But she's working on trying to keep Harry and Meghan together and working together. So it doesn't look like it's Doria and Meghan that had the fight or split up, because Doria's used to Meghan and how she is and knows how she is. And if that's really her daughter, which, you could debate, the whole thing seems to be a psyop. But she is trying to keep them together, trying to keep the unity of Harry and Meghan together here. And maybe even possibly seeking outside advice on how to do it, how to keep things going smoothly as possible. So that's emotionally, as she's working on that for the emotion aspect. Now, speaking out and solving conflicts, again, I think she's trying to solve conflicts between Harry and Meghan. So how is that going? What's she doing here? How's she speaking about it? What's she doing? And I get the moon. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here. Release fears that hold you back. So the moon, major arcana. So now Doria could be, of course, doing some hoodoo voodoo magic and telling Harry, Meghan speaks to your mother, but so do I, So there could be some of that kind of thing going on, using her psychic insights, but also and keeping everything, out of the press, keeping herself out of the press again, which would put her, in a higher state with Harry. Harry would, appreciate that she's someone who, knows how to avoids the press. And, I'm sure she pretends to hate the press, like Harry and Meghan, right? Meghan pretending to hate the press, right? Claiming that she's such a victim of it. But but clearly, whenever she sees a camera, she just brightens right up and loves every second. So Doria is doing the same shtick. Now, I do think Doria does hate the camera, like Meghan. Doria does look uncomfortable in it. So I think she bonds with Harry, and Harry bonds with her over that. Then I get five of air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. So, of course, five of swords, bullying, nastiness going on here. Of course, we all know who the bully is. It's the woman in the mask here. So she's working on behalf of Megalodon. She's trying to work on Harry behind the scenes there, trying to emotionally manipulate him with the mother card. And the five of air is, the unwise choices of Meghan, dealing with that, trying to smooth and, but there's a stalemate between them. Like Harry and Meghan are on odds here with decisions and what they say to the press and what they're doing. And Meghan is, of course, being a nasty bully and blaming everything on Harry, right? Whenever her shows don't work out, it's either Harry and or the royal family's fault. They're sabotaging her in her mind. So that kind of thing, but that's going to get stale after a while. You can't blame everything. People, even Harry's not going to buy it after a while, it seems. So Doria is stepping in and she's trying to, um, you know, do what she can with the situation and trying to help Harry analyze the motives and probably trying to manipulate him into thinking, well, I think, Meghan's got a point here, but she's trying to do it in a way where she seems objective and keeping them together. So it's a very nasty situation with the five of airs, like combative arguments, nastiness, Meghan being a bully, Meghan being manipulative, Harry being grouchy, whatever the situation around them. And of course, Meghan is very unhappy. Oh, there, see, it is about Meghan, Queen of Fire. So Doria is trying to support here and trying to manipulate Harry into, you know, uh, saying that Meghan did the right thing by making that video in Paris, driving by your mother's, death site. She was, making a spiritual message and showing the connection. Your mother was in the car with her at the time, that kind of nonsense. Like she's going to be, trying to justify Meghan's crazy actions and Meghan's crazy ideas. So that's what Doria does with Harry. And she tries to team up with Harry and make it seem like she's on Harry's side, but really she's pushing Megalodon's crazy narc bullying ways. So what's she going to do? So this is emotional. This is what she's thinking about, doing, talking about. And what is she doing? What are her actions? And again, I get surrender with joy, achieve greatness through surrender. Well, I think knowing Doria, even from what we've seen, surrendering is not her motto. But maybe in certain situations, she'll pretend like she's surrendering. Yeah, like her daughter, but really behind the scenes. Well, let's see. What is she? Maybe she is surrendering something. What's she surrendering? I have to make sacrifices sometimes, right? So I see some kind of surrender here. Oh, three of earth. This could be money, working together, power, creativity, recognition for your work, being a team player. So she is doing all this, and of course, not expecting any recognition from Megalodon for her how she helps, and she may be also sacrificing money here. Maybe Harry and Meghan are having financial difficulties. I mean, Doria's working for free, right? Because Doria's supposed to be helping out there, but it looks like there's a sacrifice here of money. And I also get five of water, very unhappy. I got it reversed, which could be excess of, but she is very unhappy. Things not turning out the way she had hoped, not seeing the positive, crying over spilt milk. Now, these are actions, right? So her feelings over here, she's still trying to work with Harry and Meghan, still pushing Meghan's agenda on Harry. But her actions, of course, water is very secretive. It's very quiet. You're not going to hear anything. And she is, working on some creative project or trying to keep them creating together, focused on a Netflix or something else, whatever Harry and Meghan's next agenda is. And she is just surrendering to their, whatever they want to do and whatever she can get them coordinated on. She is sacrificing her personal life. So I do think she's very much involved with them. But she's very quietly happy. That could also indicate she's just not happy with the situation either. Like she's getting fed up with it herself. But I do get, then I get eight of air, which is like eight of swords. So she is feeling a bit trapped. She's gotten herself in this situation And she wants to bolt, no doubt. Lack of self confidence, afraid to take action, the illusion of being trapped. So she does feel trapped. And so I think she's still very much there. Now, Three of Water, which is normally can be seen as a happy card, but they're pretending to be happy, right? It's the three cherubs here: Harry, Meghan, and Doria. And so they're putting up the pretense of we're a happy family, yeah, yeah, yeah. But she feels trapped, and obviously because of the money and because of whatever business deals she can get with this, and hoping for new opportunities to make money with Harry and Meghan, right? Yeah. So she's focused on her actions are focusing on Three of Earth, Six of Earth work. I mean, this is her job, being a referee between Harry and Meghan and a therapist and whatever else. And she's dealing with a lot of unhappiness here with the Five of Cups, Five of Water. She's feeling trapped with them. She's surrendering, her actions. I see she's still around. It's like she's, surrendering. Joy is very much a progressive, socialist, Marxist, communist word that they use to symbolize what, Kamala Harris used it. It's supposed to be, in a way, fighting back, for black people to fight back against the white system. So whether you look at that as they consider black to be Marxist, communist, and white to be capitalist, but sometimes they use it for race as well. This is a new phenomena, political phenomena. So it's interesting that I get joy. And of course, Meghan's been using the word joy. I've had joy. But it's very much an aggressive attack kind of word. So with this card and with Doria and Meghan, with their political agendas, as well as everything else and what they've been involved with, and BLM and we saw Harriman and all of that, I'm getting the idea of that she's still fighting, even though it looks like she's surrendering. She's still very much fighting for the agenda that her and Meghan are on, and doing it in a way where it doesn't appear like she's fighting anything, like she's just floating around. It's just Doria, quiet Doria. But really, she's doing a lot of work, particularly with the two of them. I'm getting three of the three cherubs here, Three of Water, their emotional states, dealing with them emotionally, keeping them on track, dealing with a lot of unhappiness. And she's not too thrilled either with her job. She feels trapped in the job. She wants to bolt for sure, but she can't because this is her job, and she wants to make more, and she's looking towards her own retirement. So she's going to stick with it and stick with them and keep working on Harry over here and trying to keep him happy and connected and working with Meghan and just keeping the scam going, keeping the whole psyop continuing. So yeah, so there you have it. That is what I see what Doria is. I think she's being very quiet. All the water cards. She's dealing with a lot of arguing, difficulties, being hidden in the dark there, but she is very much still involved in Harry and Meghan. And I got both Harry and Meghan cards here, King of Earth and Queen of Fire. So she's definitely still dealing very closely with both of them. And of course, Queen of Earth is Doria. So I actually have gotten all three of their cards. So I think I'm on target with this one. I'm getting, this is the Doria, the Virgo, Queen of Earth, and Harry, another Virgo, and then Meghan. There you have it. Those are the three court cards that came out, and that exactly fits the situation. So I get that she's there and she's trapped. She's still trapped in this situation. She's hiding out. She's keeping a very low profile. Harry and Meghan, she's doing everything she can to keep Harry and Meghan together on Meghan's behalf for the most part. She's working hard and still working to get as much as she can and to continue pushing their political agenda, just waiting for Trump to be out of office and get back on the BLM train or the Marxist communist train that they so adore and destroying America and the Western world, in my opinion. So there you have it. And the royal family, I'm sure, too. So there you have it. That is what I see where Doria is. So I hope you found this interesting. So please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.